ACIM Insights Lesson 160. I am at home. Fear is the stranger here. I am being asked in this lesson to let go of what I have identified with. I have identified with being a separate identity with a separate body and a separate mind. This is the stranger I have identified with, and yet I have identified with it so completely that my true identity as part of God has been lost to me. God became the stranger. My one self became a stranger. This identity as a separate self seems so real that it seemed very difficult to find God. But the good news is I am learning to let go of this false identity. I am willing to open to my one self and let my mind be healed of all its false ideas. One very effective way in my return is to remember to see the Christ in all my brothers, to see the light of God in them, to see the truth about them. As I continue to practice seeing the truth in my brother, my mind continues to be healed, and I gradually cease to identify with myself as a separate identity, a separate person, separate from God and my brother. I gradually learn that the whole world of separate identities is a false world. It is not the real world. The false world of separation has only brought in limitation and pain. None of it was ever true. We are all still safe in God. We are all still as God created us. We are all still one in God. We never left God. We only dreamed that God was a stranger to us. We only dreamed that separate bodies were real. Now is the time to wake up from the dream. Now is the time to let go of that separate identity. Now is the time to wake up to our true identity as one in love. In truth, all are at home in God. Fear is the stranger in God's real world. In this world, everyone feels homeless to some degree. Everyone feels that something is missing. There is always some unsettled feeling, sometimes overt, sometimes hidden beneath a facade of orderliness and seeming stability. It all stems from having denied ourself. The world is the effect of believing there is something more valuable, more desirable than the home of love created for us by God. The world is the desire for specialness, for having a unique identity we can call our own. Yet God, being one, can only give all of himself to his creation. He cannot divide himself and give more of himself to one and less to another. What is one can know no differences. To identify with a special, unique identity, I must deny God and myself as it was created. Thus I make myself a stranger to my Father and myself. I cannot know the comfort and safety of my Father when I deny it. My Father is still there for me, but I am unaware. Gently, methodically, and consistently, this course is helping me to recognize that this image I have made and believe I am is not me. I can believe in a false image and experience it as if it were real, but I cannot make it real. Reality comes from reality, not from made-up images. This is my salvation. Return to truth is guaranteed, for it is ever present. I need only cease to deny it, and I will know the truth, and it sets me free. Today I will practice again being open to Christ's vision to see past the false images to the light of innocence everywhere. The light of innocence is where I truly am at home. In the light of innocence I find all my brothers, and I recognize my Father, my Creator, my source, my strength.